Ariana Grande returns home and reunites with Mac Miller.
Miley Cyrus and Harry Styles dedicate shows to the bombing victims.
And the internet is not happy with Kim Kardashian over her tribute post.
We've got all that and more on today's rundown. All right, you guys, so we are going to be talking about Normani on Dancing with the Stars.
That's coming up later, but first, let's get into all of this Ariana Grande news. A day after the horrific terror attack in Manchester, England at Ariana Grande's Dangerous Woman concert, the singer has returned home. So on Tuesday morning, Ariana boarded a private plane with her mom and returned to her hometown of Boca Raton, Florida. E! News is reporting, quote, "They were met at the airport by Ariana's boyfriend, Mac Miller. When Ariana got off the plane, Mac greeted her on the tarmac with a long hug followed by a kiss. Mac also gave Ariana's mom a hug. It was a very emotional reunion, and they stood talking for a minute before getting into the car. Ariana looked exhausted and like she didn't get much sleep. She seems like she just wanted to get home and be with her loved ones." So Ariana is supposedly set to perform at the O2 Arena in London on Thursday. There's no word yet officially if she is or is not going to be performing at that arena, but if I were her, I don't know. I think that's a really hard decision. It's like, I don't know if I would be emotionally able to handle that, but also at the same time, I feel like
you don't want to let them win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see what decision she makes moving forward. Whatever decision she makes, I think we should be in support because it's a hard decision to make regardless.
Yeah, and a bunch of different stars are speaking out as well. I know Nicki Minaj is saying that she's going to go ahead with her performance in Manchester next year. And I know a lot of fans are begging Justin Bieber to cancel his tour, so we'll see what happens.
Speaking of Ariana Grande's mom, we've learned that after the explosion occurred, her mom actually ushered a number of fans backstage to safety. Joan was heading backstage to see Ari after the show and ended up helping fans get safe.
So we've also got more new developments in the tragic attacks in Manchester. We have learned that Ariana Grande is offering her help to the families of the 22 bombing victims. Ariana has reportedly offered to cover the funeral costs of the victims, according to reports. An account dedicated to the pop superstar claims that the devastated singer has pledged to help the families of the 22 people who lost their lives in the bombing of the Manchester arena. So that is just a fan count. I don't know the validity of that statement as of right now, but the account did say that she has reached out to all of the families that were affected.
Well, if I know Ariana Grande, she loves her fans, and I feel like if she doesn't pay for their funerals, I think she's going to do something to honor them and not commemorate, but memorialize this event.
I agree.
Speaking of celebrities supporting Ariana Grande during this time, Miley Cyrus is also one of those celebs. Barely 24 hours after the terror attack at Ariana's concert, The Voice crowned a season 12 winner, and with it came performances from Jennifer Hudson, Usher, Chris Stapleton, and former coach Miley Cyrus. So Miley was on hand to perform her new single Malibu and took a moment to dedicate the performance to those involved in the bombing.
I'd like to dedicate this song to my good friend Ariana Grande and everyone who experienced that horrific attack yesterday. Our hearts are with you. The sky is more blue in Malibu, baby, next to you.
Also, she took to Instagram with a note saying, "Wishing I could give my friend Ariana Grande a great big hug right now. Love, love, love you. So sorry you had to be a part of such a tragic event. My most sincere condolences to anyone and everyone affected by this horrific attack. All I can do is send as much hope and peace your way. This must end. No more war. No more innocent lives taken."
Speaking of celebrities voicing their opinions on the terrorist attack, Kim Kardashian also decided to send some love Ariana's way, but it's actually receiving some backlash. So in a series of tweets, Kim wrote, quote, "I can't imagine the fear and agony these parents must be going through searching for their kids. I'm praying for everyone in Manchester. This is truly so senseless and heartbreaking." In a third tweet, Kim posted a photo of herself with Ariana partying at a concert and wrote, "Concerts are supposed to be a place where you can let loose and have fun. So scary to not feel safe in this world. At Ariana Grande, I love you." So many fans criticized Kim of making this about herself since she was seen in the photo, and after receiving so much backlash, she actually deleted the tweet and her Instagram photo that featured her and Ariana Grande.
I feel like her intentions were good, though. I think it's always so difficult during a time like this to speak out because people really want to hate on you, you know? They'll hate on you if you don't say anything. They'll hate on you if you do say something, if you're in the photo, if you're not in the photo. I think that if she had stayed silent, she would have gotten even more backlash.
Right.
I think her deleting it is just her acknowledging that, okay, my intentions were good, but you guys were upset about it, so I'm going to take it down because it's not about me. Like, I think that action shows that it's not about her, and she doesn't want to make it about her.
I think that's how she was relating to the situation. I don't think she meant any harm by posting a photo with her and Ariana Grande. It was just received in a different way than she had intended, but I guess at the end of the day, it's how people receive things.
Well, Miley wasn't the only person paying tribute on stage to the Manchester victims. Harry Styles, actually, he grew up just a few miles from Manchester, and at his show in Mexico City last night, he altered his entire set in wake of the tragedy. So instead of a full electric set, Harry chose to go acoustic for a more somber tone. So watch him tell the crowd that the attack has left a hole in his heart, and he asked for a moment of silence.
And it felt right to come and celebrate with you, and tonight doesn't feel like a night to celebrate. Last night there was a tragedy in my hometown of Manchester, and I have been left with a hole in my heart. And I hope you will join me in a moment's silence for all the victims and the families of the events yesterday. I thank you for understanding. I love you very much.
He went on to actually say that his first performance ever was at the Manchester Arena, and he really wants to encourage people to choose love. And I don't know, I feel like it is in times like this, at our deepest, darkest moments, that you do see the most overwhelming amount of support and love. And so I feel like I've seen that not only online and in our audience, but also just around the office. Like, I feel like people are really affected by this.
Yeah.
And it's so heartbreaking, but I'm like Harry. I think we all need to choose love at the end of this and really try to just be there for one another, because at the end of the day, life is really short, you know? You just gotta...
You never know.
You never know. You gotta just be loving each other, you know?
I agree. All right, you guys, the verdict is in on Dancing with the Stars, and Normani, she did not win. She actually came in third place. So last night was the finale of Dancing with the Stars season 24, and our girl Normani Corday ended up placing third, like I said, with Rashid Jennings winning the Mirror Ball Trophy. So Normani, she was a standout this whole season, and fans were shocked when she didn't win. I mean, she did get way more perfect 40-40 scores than anyone. Fans weren't the only ones shocked, as Fifth Harmony themselves were present at the show to support their girl Normani, and their faces said it all.
Normani and Val.
Normani went on to tell Entertainment Tonight after the show that she too was shocked that she didn't win, which I thought was funny. She said, "It was quite a shocker for me as well, but I've gained so much from this experience. I'm so happy, and I can't even begin to express, you know, the gratitude that I carry and the blessing, especially because I have a lifelong friend now in Val."
I mean, when you make it all the way to the final episode, you're in the final two, I think that's a win. You know, I think a lot of people, including myself, would never be able to make it that far. And so I think it's a win for her. I mean, who needs another trophy? You know, you gotta find a place to put it.
Well, I don't watch the show religiously, but I do watch the clips of Normani, and girl can hang. Like, she has a future in dancing if she so chooses to have one. I do think that it might have been rigged a little bit, in that I don't think they could have let Normani win because she has a background in dance. I think she's a star, so they wanted that on the show. But if they also would have let her win, I think the backlash would have been insane, because they would say, hey, Normani has a background in dancing and this is totally unfair.
I actually don't disagree with that. Having her on the show in the beginning, when it was announced that she was going to be on the show, I kind of felt like it was unfair, because she is so good.
And
she dances for her job. There were a couple of other dancers too, so I understand that. But like I said, Normani's winning at life no matter what. And she knows. Yeah, she's good. So guys, weigh in. Do you think that Normani should have won? Let us know in the comments section.
And of course, we've got to talk about Ariana Grande. Do you think she'll pick back up on her tour? And do you think she should?
Yeah.
If you were Ariana, would you continue to do your Dangerous Woman tour.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, guys, let us know in the comments. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know this is a little bit of a sad episode, but we had to talk about it. So let us know in the comments how you're feeling about all of this as well, and we will be back here tomorrow. For more, click left to see Katy Perry finally explain her beef with Taylor Swift.
Or click right to watch the 4th episode of Erin's heartfelt show featuring her road to recovery on It Got Real.
It's the last episode.
Yeah, watch it.